Alright, so I just wanted to give a quick update on what's been going on with me and my condition. The symptoms hasn't really gotten any better. Actually, they may have gotten a little worse. I just had another dose of Humira, and since I've been on the Humira, I've had to stop taking my other medication. And since the Humira hasn't kicked in yet, and the other medication is now gone and out of my system, the symptoms have started to get a little worse. The last few days, the symptoms have been a little strange, have been a little different. It's hard to categorize, but I think they have been getting worse. So what I did is I wanted to get some additional time off from work, because I can't work with the way things are right now. The symptoms are just, it's uncontrollable at this point. And in order to do that, I had to call my doctor. So I talked to my doctor. Actually, I tried to talk to my doctor. This has been a whole issue here. When I called them, they said that he was doing clinics, that he was at the hospital, and that he'd get his message at the end of the day. So I waited till later on in the day, and I hadn't heard from him, so I went ahead and called him back at the end of the day, and she said that they hadn't got the message to him yet because he was still out of the office, and that he would get it as soon as he came back in the office. And I said, well, it's the end of the day, so I'm not going to hear from you guys today, am I? And they didn't really answer the question, but they said, oh, he'd respond as soon as he got the information. Okay, so whatever. The next day, I still didn't hear from him. It was around noon or so, and I figured he had plenty of time to get the message, to be able to respond, and I hadn't heard anything. I started getting a little concerned. The day went on. By the end of the day, I still hadn't heard anything, and every time I called them, they acted almost like I was bugging them, like they didn't want to talk to me. They were just kind of brushing me off. So the next day, this is the third day now, I decided what I'd do is I'd call my primary doctor to see if they'd be able to help me out. They were able to see me right away, same day. I went in there. They were great. Their response was great. They listened to what was going on with me, what the symptoms were, and I was able to get what I needed from him. In the meantime, with the lack of response that I was getting from my gastroenterologist, I decided I wanted to go ahead and change doctors. I've had enough of this. This hadn't been the first time that the response has been this way. Although I think the doctor's great, he really knows what he's doing, I just think he's got too much going on to provide the personal care that I needed. So I was able to find another gastroenterologist. I went to their office, signed the paperwork for the release forms to get my records transferred over, and they seemed so much nicer. It's like they were very happy to help me out and looking forward to seeing me. I mean, granted, the appointment, it's not until another 6 weeks. That's the soonest they can get me in the office unless there's a cancellation. But at the same time, they said if I needed anything, I could always call. And I really believed them when they said that. The response was great with them, and I feel a lot better moving forward with this new doctor. The previous doctor, he didn't really know anything about me except what was written on the chart. And I think he just had too much going on. I didn't feel like I was getting any personal care. So I went ahead and pulled the trigger on getting the new doctor. Don't be afraid to do that. If you feel like you need to change doctors, do it. You deserve to get that one-on-one care. You deserve to get that personal care, to feel like you're more than just, statistics on his clipboard. I like being treated for me and not for my symptoms. And I feel like I needed to do that. And I think this new doctor, hopefully, from what I hear about him, I'm going to be able to get that. So don't be afraid to pull the trigger on getting a new doctor. The process isn't that difficult. And you definitely need to make sure, especially with this condition, that you got somebody that's going to be responsive and attentive to what you need. So anyway, I got a doctor's note for me to be out of work another 2.5, 3 weeks, and that'll give me enough time to get 2 more doses in me, and hopefully that's going to be able to help calm down the symptoms. I really hate missing work like this. I feel bad, but I mean, I got to start taking care of myself better. And I think doing this will really help, because I like I said, I can't work like this. It's hard enough to live my normal life, which, well, I take that back. I'm not really living my normal life. It's hard to leave the house. I don't have the confidence to get out and go anywhere, because I just don't know when the symptoms will hit, and it's a really tough situation. So you really got to take care of yourself and make sure that you have a team behind you to work with you on this, including family support, including the doctors. Make sure everybody is on your side that you can possibly get on your side, because it's hard to go through this alone. Anyway, there's a quick update. I'll continue to provide these updates, let you know how things are going. Thanks for watching. Thanks for wanting to listen and be a part of this, and I really appreciate it. So until next time, I will see you soon.